I seen your pastor at my sister's funeral, and she asked me, would I come down this morning? I told her yes, because I'm always glad to spread the news of the civil rights movement that happened at Woolworth in 1960. Okay, first I will say, my name is Charles Bess. I was born and raised in Kings Mountain, North Carolina, where we worked on the farm. We were sharecroppers. We would come in out of the field. Family would sit around the table at nighttime eating cornbread and milk. We were a poor family, but we were a happy family. Yeah. We were happy. Yeah. So I came to Greensboro in 1957, and that's when I started working at Woolworth. Now, I want to tell you about how the civil rights movement, how the city movement got started. There were 4 young men that got tired of segregation. Ezell Blair, Franklin McCain, Joseph McNeil, and David Richmond. They were sick and tired of how we had to be on the back burn all the time. And they seen that something had to be done. So they got together in one of the dorms that it was Scott Hall over the NT there, that night before February 1. They got together and said, we going down and do something. They all walked around, scratching their head, looking. We going down and we gonna do something. And so they got together and shook hands on it. And we're going down to Woolworth this morning. They got permission from the president of NT there, Mr. Gibbs, Warren T. Gibbs, and Mr. Gibbs, he gave them he gave them his blessing. And one of the students told his mother, he said, "Mama, we're going down to Woolworth this morning, and we're going to do something that's going to shake up Greensboro." And his mother told him, said, "Son, if you're going down to Woolworth there, I want you to be dressed up. I want you be sharp. Don't you put on your suit and your necktie and your hat." So that's what he did. So on February 1, they walked down to Woolworth there. They didn't just come in and go straight to the counter. First, they bought some items about 20 feet away, and then they turned. They sat down at the counter one at a time. Now, David Richmond told me later on. He said, "You know what? I was kind of scared to sit down." He said, "I held back some because I didn't know what the people gonna do." So they sit. They sit one at a time there, and when they sit down, one of the waiters walked up. Then she said, "We don't serve colored folks here," and they kept on sitting. Then another one came by and said, we don't serve colored folks here." And one of the students spoke out. He said, "Why can't we sit here We just bought some items over that counter over there, which is about 20 feet away. You mean tell me our money is good over there and no good over here? There wasn't no response from that. So they kept on sitting, and everybody was wondering what was going on. Said, don't they know they can't sit here because this is an all-white lunch counter? So they kept on sitting about, I guess they said about 45 minutes, I guess, something like that. And then they got up and left. And okay, that's funny there. I missed that. I missed that. Before they left now, there was a police came in. The police came in. He walked right by him. He didn't say nothing. The policeman, he goes over in the corner there and just stands and look to see what was going on. He didn't say one word to him. That was day one. On the second day, the manager of the store called all the blacks together in a room there, and he talked to us. He said, "I don't know why they are picking on us. Why are they picking on us?" Then he made a statement. He said, "The Germans can go in Spain. They don't like each other, and Japanese can go in another country. They don't like each other, and that's the way it is." And then they told us not to talk to them. The employees asked us not to say a word to them. Just walk on by. Just walk on by. So that was kind of hard for me. I really want to talk to him. And but here's what I did do. I wrote a note. There. But I never did get a chance to give one of them that note that day. And I left them in my pocket. The next morning, the laundryman came by, and he looked through everybody's pocket. You know how a laundryman do. Looked through everybody's pocket and found that note that I had written. So he takes that note. He takes that note, and he gives it to one of the waitresses, and this waitress, she takes it and gives it to Miss Holt, our manager. And the manager come to me. She said, she said, "Charles, I seen that note that you written. I seen it. And I couldn't deny it because she knew it was me. I thought I was going to get fired, but I didn't get fired. She let me work on. Now, that was day one. And another thing on day one, I was very excited about it. The news started spreading like wildfire. News started spreading. I goes home. I caught a cab and went home that day. I don't know why I caught a cab. So I caught a cab and went home. So I spread the news to the cab driver. And I said, do you know what? There were 4 guys from A&T came into Woolworth and sit down at the counter, and they didn't move. And so the cab driver looked at me. He said, what? He said, "Keep on talking, bro. I don't like what you said." So I goes in the house there, and I tell my sister about it. I tell my brother-in-law about it. They was all excited about it. I just want to go around that evening and just tell everybody what happened at Woolworth. And the next day, I goes back to work there. So on that second day, instead of being 4 people that came back, they were more then. There was about 6 or 7 people in there and everything. And on Wednesday, the number got a little larger. Thursday, the number got a little larger. On Friday, the number got a little larger. And that Saturday morning, I was coming to work. And before I got there, I seen all these students around the Woolworth door. And I said, what's going on? So I goes in the door there, go upstairs, and put on my uniform. And as soon as the manager opened the door, all these other students started running in. They didn't walk in, they started running and filled all the seats at the counter. They filled them all up. And it stayed that way until late in the evening. And I didn't have nothing to do that day. The only thing I had to do was just walk me down the counter. So that was one day that I rest. Because I wasn't making much money no way. I had a low paying job. I think that first week I got paid. I think it was about $29. And you know what? I thought I had some good money. $29 before but because the little work that I was doing around Kings Mountain, I was getting $5 or $6, going out cutting grass or people and all that kind of stuff, getting $5 or $6. I thought I was making sense then, but when I came to but getting my $29, I had some enough money to kind of stick my chest out. I thought I had some money in my hand. You see, $29. So and okay, now that was Friday. Okay, that Saturday. Okay, it was around about I say it was around about 3 o'clock in the evening. That's when a bomb threat came. A bomb threat. And the manager told everybody to leave the store at once. I have never seen so many people get out of the store at one time. They ran out. Because there was a bomb threat. So we goes out and we stands across the street there. And the manager and they looked around. They looked all around through the store there. It seemed that everything was all right. And they whenever they seen that everything was all right, they told all the employees to come back in, put on their clothes, and go home. So we went home early that day. And when we came back on Monday, okay, now business was still going on, but business was slack. Business was slack on up until July the 5th. They got together and finally decided that they was going to serve the blacks. So the manager comes to me and she says, Charles, we're going to start serving the colored here. She said, I want you and 3 other employees to be the first ones to sit down and eat. Because if we're going to start serving the colored folks here, I want my employees to be the first ones to eat. So it was on July the 5th, July the 25th. We 4 sit down at the counter and ate. And that's when all the other blacks, that's when all the other blacks start eating then. They can sit down then. And by that sitting movement that they had, that was a change went on, because later on they served they start hiring black waitresses. When they always had white waitresses, they start serving black waitresses then. That made a change right there. So we started we started eating, and the whole thing spread all across the South. And okay, and so we have come a long ways. There was some changes went on, like start serving like they start serving the blacks, and they started hiring black waitresses at the counter. So that was changed, but that was start out, and I'm going to end it off. I want to end it off with the poem that I wrote. This is a poem that I wrote 30 years later. I wrote this poem 30 years later in my words. I was looking back of the times that I worked at Woolworth, the hard work I did, and being one of the first to eat from the all-white counter. And my poem goes like this here. It goes, looking back, remembering the city movement. It goes like this. Looking back, I remember those troubled years when there was much hate and many tears. Looking back, I saw a change getting ready to start, where unity will come and hate will part. Looking back, I saw the city movement a serious battle. 4 determined blacks sitting at an all-white lunch counter. Looking back, I saw them sitting on their stools, with everyone looking at them as if they were fools. Looking back, I remember hearing with a keen ear, a waitress said, "We don't serve colored folks here." Looking back, I heard one of the young men say, "Why can't we be served when we have money to pay?" Looking back, I saw the policeman coming with haste to see what was going on in the place. Looking back, I saw 4 young men holding their cool as they kept on sitting on their stool. Looking back, I saw when they said no more, they got up and walked out the door. They were very proud of what they had done, but the battle wasn't over, for the victory had not yet been won. Looking back, I remember the second and third day as they came back for more. Only this time, the number was greater than 4. They came with victory on their mind, hoping that something would happen this time. Looking back, I saw the students happy and gay as they. Looking back, I saw the students gathering at the Woolworth store. The number was great as they waited at the door. Victory's mind was the only tool. When the doors opened, they filled up the stews. The tension in the place was very high. Everyone would tremble when the students walked by. The students were coming one by one. They were determined to fight until victory was won. That certain evening, I'll never forget. Over the loudspeaker, the announcement of a bomb threat. The store then closed without a doubt as the students gave their victory shout. Looking back, I saw the students happy and gay as they marched down the street that day. Their mission was finished in that week. The victory was won, which they came to seek. And that is my story.